You know, I was always saying you wouldn't know this because I haven't told you, but I've always said that there's two things a man has in his life or a person has in his life: their word and their name, right? And these days, it looks like these people are doing things that completely trash their reputation. These new sexual allegations come out and they're called out by name, and they're big names usually these days. Now, big name people like Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, of course, Donald Trump, and and the list goes on and on. But I think that it's good that these new allegations, well, not new allegations, but these new developments are occurring because it's been a long time coming. To be honest, a lot of people use their power, position, money, stature, friendships, something in order to take advantage of their subordinates, their coworkers, and in women in general. Women's always talked about a huge disparity in the workplace, saying not only do they get paid less, or but they just get treated um, very very poorly in the workplace. And
Right.
and to me, I think that it's good that more people, more women are stepping up these days.
I agree. And you hit it, Harvey Weinstein. Even I saw one the other day. George H.W. Bush has some new allegation against him. It's going across all the boards, from actors to media personalities to politicians. And what I noticed is a good amount of them are. This isn't. They're coming forward now, but it wasn't that they didn't come forward before. It's people use their money and their power and their position to make it go away. Harvey Weinstein was a very big, noticeable one. He paid off a lot of money to make it disappear. And finally, people got tired of it, and it's all starting to come out now. As you said, in the workplace, I women are not as unequal as they once were, but you're right. Women are more susceptible to this abuse, this type of behavior. Um, and it's good that it's coming out. It's good that it's coming forward because it's opening people's eyes to the truth of the situation, that it happens all the way across. And these are victims that suffered it. Some of them for how many years? I mean, for just going on and on. I don't even know if I could stand being in an area like that, let alone putting up with it. So
Right, but you also have to play devil's advocate, right? So not only, so I agree that it's great all this stuff is coming out and people are standing up for their rights and having bravery and coming in troves to do so. But at the same time, I have seen videos and I have been part of a subject where allegations were false, and so like it makes me nervous about how many of them are coming out. Um, in a small part because a lot of people try to use this for just to get a step ahead or just destroy a person's life or career.
I do agree. I've seen that. I've never experienced it, fortunately, but I have seen that with other people I've worked with, where someone tries to abuse the system. So yeah, one of the things you have to be careful is you're right. They are allegations at this point. They're not substantiated. There's no, or we haven't been shown proof that they've actually happened. In certain cases, you can see, because the proof is piling up, the circumstances are piling up, probably true. But in other people's, especially the bigger the name, you have to wonder, because I mean, there is a record of people out there, and it goes both women and men, who abuse the system to just get a payday, really. So it's a touchy subject. It's a hard subject. certain people. I think one of the validating factors for me is when you see that these people have accused, and it was kind of, it wasn't they were proven not guilty. It was shut down. It just, like, they're buried under the pressure, and now they are able to come back a little easier. Those I can feel a little bit more. Okay, maybe they have something. Like the latest one, Matt Lauer, that we start with. He 20 plus years. And this is the first true substantiated allegation that they're getting. It's not saying it's the only one, but as NBC said, it's the first one that it's been brought to that level. And there had to be, I want to believe there had to be something that the state, bad enough that the station terminated them. There had to be something there for them to do that action. Usually they would put you on a paid leave or give you an out until they can figure it out. But this,
yeah, they would normally like pull a Bill O'Reilly or something, right? Where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on vacation," and then he's on vacation and never comes back.
exactly.
They did. Howard Stern was actually talking about his situation when he got fired in NBC. He said that they made him come in the next day just to fire him. And so in Matt Lauer's case, 23 years, they called him at home before he went to sleep that night and fired him over the phone. So he didn't even,
Right.
I guess he came in to get whatever, the next day, whatever he had. But that was like it's like what they did to Kermit the Frog voice actor. They fired him over the phone.
Right. As I said, for it to be that drastic, I would like to believe they had to have something to substantiate it, that it wasn't just off the cuff. I mean, because that's a long time to be with them. But again, you got to be careful with allegations until proof is out there. It is just that. I know his co-host had some good things to say about him in her time with him.
Yeah, I think we have those clips too. We're going to go ahead and play those clips.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Today. And Hoda's here with me this morning because this is a sad morning here at Today and at NBC News. Just moments ago, NBC News Chairman Andy Lack sent the following note to our organization. Dear colleagues, on Monday night, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace by Matt Lauer. It represented, after serious review, a clear violation of our company's standards. As a result, we have decided to terminate his employment. While it is the first complaint about his behavior in the over 20 years he has been at NBC News, we were also presented with reason to believe this may not have been an isolated incident. Our highest priority is to create a workplace environment where everyone feels safe and protected, and to ensure that any actions that run counter to our core values are met with consequences, no matter who the offender. We are deeply saddened by this turn of events, but we will face it together as a news organization and do it in as transparent a manner as we can. That is the statement from our chairman, Andy Lack, and we just learned this moments ago, just this morning. As I'm sure you can imagine, we are devastated, and we are still processing all of this. And I will tell you right now, we do not know more than what I just shared with you, but we will be covering this story as reporters, as journalists. I'm sure we will be learning more details in the hours and days to come, and we promise we will share that with you.
Right. They support behind them. So it would be nice to see what comes of it, to wait, patience.
Yeah. I just find it, I just find it funny how there's the Hollywood Access tape, just the allegation, or not even an allegation at that point. It was just something they said. They got somebody else fired. Was it Bobby Bush? Was his name? Then
Yeah, right.
Right. And then Matt Lauer's allegation got him fired, and it again, it makes me feel weird on the fence, because it's an allegation, like we keep repeating, is like kicking a dead horse, but it makes me only nervous because how far did these people look into it? Like for the Hollywood Access tape, now they're claiming that it was fake.
Right. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. For an allegation, it's pretty easy for anyone to walk up and just claim. I mean, especially sexual assault, because sexual harassment, sexual assault. It's really, I said it. You prove it. It's really hard to disprove or prove that part without witnesses or other evidence to go with it. And so some of these people, there's a history of allegations. Some of them, as a Matt Lauer, they're saying first time they've ever had this claim in 23 years against them. That's that makes you wonder what part is true and which one is not. How deep does it go? How much investigation did they do? Because I would honestly like to believe that an allegation like that, if it's that serious that they can terminate them, then it's that serious that there's an actual case coming against them.
Supposedly, Matt Lauer got a $20 million severance check when this happened. He went out like Bill O'Reilly. So,
right. Well, that brings into the whole power and the money situation with these guys. Even on the losing end, most of them walk away with something. So even if, say, everything goes wrong and they prove, I say goes wrong, but for him goes wrong and they prove he's guilty, he walked away with $20 million. Not a bad payday to get fired on, that again brings in the power of these people. Why can it went so long? It was just kept hushed. That's the best I can think to say about it, because even when you heard about it, it was one here, two here, but nothing. You never ever heard. It just disappears into the media. Nothing's said. It just keeps going. Now it's like the dam burst and it's all coming to the front, and it's constantly more and more coming out. But if I'm on that end, the power play, you fired me. I got $20 million. I don't know how much I'm really sweating that, I can disappear.
exactly. That's enough. That's enough for your court case right there.
So it's hard. It's hard. As a first instinct, public media, and I always say that I always watch what's said a couple of times, because first instinct is they're, crucify them, burn them at the stake. But when you stop and think about it, you got to realize that everyone that's accused is guilty. Some people are out just for a payday and trying to get their 15 minutes of fame and hopefully a little money on the side from these people, because I'd say they've heard that most of them settle rather than take it to court.